Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. House Democrat Joe Neguse just shredded Republican Lauren Boebert to her face on the House floor. It was a remarkable rebuke, in part since both are representatives from the same state, Colorado. The debate was over electricity prices. Neguse started by slamming GOP policies and Donald Trump.
Under President Trump, Americans are paying more for their electricity than ever before. Ever before. Energy costs right now are higher than they have ever been. They're increasing at twice the rate of inflation. So, spare us lectures about energy costs as Republicans preside over an economy in which everything is getting more expensive. Healthcare more expensive, groceries more expensive, energy costs going through the roof. Seriously? Their answer to all of this? More coal.
Indeed, Republicans, including Lauren Boebert, are pushing a bill that would end restrictions on coal mining and gas drilling near cities or environmentally sensitive areas. The GOP wants to open all the areas for unearthing fossil fuels. But at the moment, and it's been this way for decades, unrestricted energy drilling is limited by federal law. The Bureau of Land Management, thanks to a previous act of Congress, has resource management plans. But Republicans want unlimited energy exploitation, and Lauren Boebert argued it's time to end the current restrictions.
Limiting access to our abundant natural resources and threatening the livelihoods of our ranchers, energy workers, and small businesses. By imposing burdensome land management policies, it undermines the very communities that power our great nation. HJ Res 104 aligns directly with President Trump's vision to unleash American energy by removing regulatory barriers and prioritizing domestic production. This resolution ensures our lands are used to bolster energy security, not obstruct it. By passing HJ Res 104, we reject bureaucratic overreach and champion affordable, reliable energy for all Americans.
Democrat Joe Neguse then blasted the Republican legislation. He said the energy strategy of Boebert and other GOP lawmakers is simple: more coal.
That's it. That's the sum total of the Republican response to the cost of living crisis in the United States of America today. From Arkansas to Colorado to Minnesota and everywhere in between. More coal. That's their prescription, Mr. Speaker. I can tell you in Colorado, we certainly don't think that's a prudent approach.
And that remark landed hard, since both Neguse and Boebert are from Colorado. But Neguse portrayed Boebert's position as extreme and far beyond the approach that most Coloradans want. Polling in the state has long indicated that most residents of Colorado do want environmental concerns protected, not eliminated. But the Republican proposed legislation would go beyond just lifting some environmental restrictions. It would also take away authority from the Department of the Interior and the Bureau of Land Management to regulate a lot of federal land. And it would make these limitations on the federal government permanent.
The reason House Republicans are pursuing this tool is to prevent not just this Interior Department, but any Interior Department into perpetuity from issuing a resource management plan that is in any way substantially similar to the one that is at issue here. That's what this is about. That's this effort. So I don't think my colleagues on my side of the aisle will be confused, by the chairman's arguments. But just in case, I want to make sure it's crystal clear for the record that a vote in favor of this CRA is not a vote to modify or amend the resource management plan. It's a vote to prevent the agency and sub-agency, in the case of the BLM, from promulgating any resource management plan that remotely tries to do something similar to what's been done here. And I understand my colleague, again, on the other side of the aisle, they have their ideological reasons for pursuing that. More coal. Again, sum total, 2 words. But in my view, I think most Americans would think and agree that this isn't how we should be spending our time.
However, under the Trump White House and with a Republican Congress, here we are. It's not just environmental concerns the GOP is pushing aside. Republicans also want to eliminate federal authority. for decades. By most accounts, Democrat Joe Neguse and Republican Lauren Boebert are civil with each other and generally get along, despite their sharp policy differences. Still, seeing two lawmakers from the same state debating their differences face to face on the House floor is striking. And the aggressiveness of this debate, with the competing claims about who truly represents the will of Colorado, was unusual. The House, for all of its fire and brimstone, is traditionally genteel when it comes to lawmakers from the same state. But Lauren Boebert is not your traditional Republican, and Democrat Joe Neguse, in defense of Colorado environmental concerns, has reason to be concerned about the increasingly aggressive Republican approach. I hate scams, especially the ones that target seniors, and Medicare is chock full of them. Between commission-hungry brokers and thousands of confusing plan options, most seniors aren't on the best plan for them. That's why we partnered with Chapter. They're fully independent and they work for you, not the insurance companies. They can review all your options in under 20 minutes, and the average senior they help saves over $1,100 a year. And the best part, it doesn't cost you a thing. Call the number on your screen today. By the way, a Trump energy nominee testifying at a Senate hearing whiffed on an easy question and got humiliated.
I commit to you that I will take a hard look at any of those related matters if they come before me, if I am confirmed.
Testifying at a Senate committee hearing, that is attorney Laura Sweat. She's been nominated by President Trump to serve on the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, and Sweat is about to make a fool of herself under questioning from Maine Senator Angus King.
Ms. Sweat, what's the cheapest form of electricity generation today in the country?
Thank you for the question, Senator. I have not looked into that issue, but I am happy to look into it and answer any questions.
Well, I'll help you. It's wind and solar by a mile, by a factor of 2.
Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.